Hey there, it is Vanessa Kinsey coming to you live from my big home renovation project. And I'm halfway done with wallpapering, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing here because when I went to go find information about this, on how to do this on YouTube or Pinterest or whatever, the only videos that I could find seemed to be videos that were done by like professionals. So just so you know, I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional wallpaperer by any means. I am just a girl that has big visions, and I have to do whatever I can to make them a reality. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Vanessa Kinsey. I am a business and life management coach here in Orange County, California. I am passionate about efficiency, simplicity, and helping people learn how to live from their heart. So I've been doing videos about this and talking about this big renovation here I'm doing at my house for a couple months now. I've been doing videos in my private group about it. My private group is called Simplify. There is a link to that on my business page if you would like to join us there. I wanted to do this on my private or my public page today because I want to probably repurpose this on YouTube. Merely for the fact that I can't find any information. The information that I've seen about how to do it, about how to wallpaper is not, actually it's not even from our country. Usually it's from the UK, and which is, wallpapering is very popular in the UK. All of the home stylists and decorators that I follow on Instagram, that I get my inspiration from, are all people that I follow that are in the UK. So I just want to tell you that it is really hot today and I am completely sweating, and this job, and I know that the lighting is terrible where I am, but I wanted to try to set my camera up on a tripod to be able to show you exactly what I'm going to do. And so this is kind of going to be a little bit longer than normal. I am trying to, be efficient and get it done because I only have a little bit of time to work with. The paste, I'm doing wallpaper that actually is from France. I ordered it online. That is unpasted, so I have to paste it. So a little backstory, and let me turn around and show you the wall. My house is a complete disaster. Everything is in total disarray, so just know that ahead of time. And hello to whoever's watching me here live. I can't see who you are, but say hello to me and I will say hello to you. So I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to show you the wall before that, what I'm working on. Let me take a step back. So this wall was a Cinderblock wall. For whatever reason in my house, they did not finish this wall. So it was a Cinderblock wall. It was painted. I had painted it blue. It was blue to go with the rest of the room. I'm completely redoing the room. This is, I'm on wall 3. I've had to do one wall at a time. This is the 3rd wall. And once this is done, then everything is going to start coming together because I can start putting their desk in. There's going to be a TV hung, mounted on that wall. I'm calling this Gamer's Paradise for them because my boys are 11 and 13 now, and it was time for me to step up their room. And so they are away. They've been away for 2 weeks, and I've been working around the clock, Brennan and I, to get this done. And so today is Sunday, and it's probably going to take me, I have about half of the wall done. I have figured out, I'm getting better at wallpapering. It's probably going to take me 3 hours to do the rest of this wall. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the preparation for this wall, because here is the deal that I couldn't find any information on. And hello again to whoever just joined me. So it was a Cinderblock wall. So what that means is you cannot wallpaper directly on a Cinderblock wall. And so what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the preparation for that, where we had to put on a sealer. I couldn't find, you cannot buy any supplies online or at like Home Depot or anything. You can't buy any wallpapering supplies at the store anymore. So, Kara, hi. So you can't buy, Kara, I just have to say, I mean, you are such an inspiration to me with all the home things that you do, and I don't know how you have the energy to do what you're doing, but I'm talking about this Cinderblock wall that I'm covering in my boys' room. And so anyway, So here's the story with this, and the reason I'm doing this video is because I couldn't find any information on how to do it. And people will say here that I'm wallpapering, and they're like, I don't know who even wallpapers, but wallpaper is coming back. And I mean, look at how good that looks. It looks like real brick, which is so cool. Anyway, so let me talk to you a little bit about the prep that I had to do for this wall. And this is probably what's taken us the most time. Is there was a cinder block wall there. We had to do a we had to prep it with like a sealer, which they didn't have the right kind of stuff with the wallpapers or what the instructions were telling us to do. So we put on just a Zinsser primer that we got at Home Depot to basically seal the brick. So because the brick absorbs so much of the paste. So we put that on there, then that had to dry, then I had to apply a wallpaper liner, which was pasted, but because I can't find any wallpapering supplies anywhere, I had to cut the pieces, put them in my bathtub one by one, let them soak, come back in here. I mean, it was a very, very time-consuming process, and then that had to dry for, I think, 24 to 48 hours. Once that was done, then we applied another sealer coat of the, actually, I guess we used, I don't actually know what Brandon used over that. I think he put the wallpaper paste. Actually, the way I did it, because I was so concerned about the liner sticking on the cinder block, I got it wet as instructed with it was pre-pasted, so got it wet and then added paste to it. So the wallpaper paste, oh, good to know, Kara, a little late for that. I was in too big of a hurry, I guess. So this is the paste that we've been using. I just went and I had to get a 2nd gallon this morning because it's soaking up. The wallpaper is taking a ton of paste. So, and I got to get moving here because I have a piece that I wanted to show you guys because I've wallpapered before but I had never used pre-pasted. So I just wanted to do a little bit of the, oh, hi. Hello. That was so funny. Okay. Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay. So can you see this? Okay. So pasting, I just have a thing of paste and I've already done this because it takes so long, but the most important part that I've found for me, because I'm learning as I go with this, is that I get the seams. And so in order for me to get the sides and the seams of this really well without getting it on my table is just I have some cardboard down. And the paper it's very thick, which is really good for the kind of wall that I've been doing this on because the wall has a lot of imperfections. It's kind of bumpy. And this paper goes really well with that because it really hides a lot of imperfections. Now you do have to line it up. So when I cut it, I really measure. I mean, I line it up ahead of time to make sure. And then you fold it. And I'm only going to let this sit for a minute because it's been sitting here for as long as I've been doing this video. So I just kind of let it sit, and I guess it expands is what the deal is. The wallpaper actually expands. I'm going to move my camera back over here so you can see, so you guys can see me. I don't know how to, let me see. So you can see me actually hang it. I'm just gonna do one, and the top is the most important part. Sorry about all the movement. So, but it's, I can't believe that people are so intimidated by this. And I guess I could tell myself I was intimidated by it too, but the fact of the matter is I wanted it done and I know I could do it. So I've wallpapered in my house before. That was a long time ago, before there was, before I could even, go on Google or anything or try to figure out how to do it myself. I just did it. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm really, really excited about how this is turning out. It looks really good. So I'm going to get it, and I'm going to get up there, and it's going to take me a second, and I'm just going to put it up there, and I'll show you how to do the installation of the panel. Now, like I said, I am not a professional wallpaper installer. So if I am doing this and your wallpaper and this makes you cringe the way that I'm doing this, yeah, instant results, huh, Kira? I love that it was like such a transformation. I did that last night. This is how I do it, so I don't know if this is the professional way to be a wallpaper installer. And let me just say, I'm sure wallpaper installers charge a heck of a lot of money to do this job, and they are worth every penny, because this is really, I'm burning major calories. I'm sweating, and it's a big job. I was thinking that last night. I was like, you know, prayers to anybody who has chosen this as their profession, because it is really, it's not easy. So here I go. So the most important part of this situation is lining it up. Like I said, I already had it kind of lined up before, and now the paper is so sticky because I let it sit for so long. It is really, really sticky. When I don't let it sit that long, you can really work with it, but because it's kind of gummy right now, it's harder for me to. So you just have to kind of play with it, reposition it. You have plenty of time to reposition it and get it where it goes. So I just start at the top and work my way down, just keeping it even, lining up the seam. You want the seams to be right next to each other, right butted up next to each other, not overlapping. And then once you get the first few panels, or the first few bricks in my case, lined up, it becomes so much easier. So I just work my way down on the seam side first, pull it over so it's straight and lined up. If it's wetter, I mean, if the paper is not as gummy as mine is because I let it sit so long, it's much easier to play around with, and you can really slide it around into place. But my glue is so sticky right now that it's hard. If it's not lined up, it's hard for me to get it in the right spot. Yesterday when I was doing this, I could kind of just slide it around. When I'm doing the seams, I'm just pressing them together with my finger to try to get it sealed or close as possible. Just pull it all the way down. You probably can't see me, can you? Oh, you can. Just unfolding it. And actually, before I do that, also because I couldn't find the right wallpaper supplies, I got this nice little handy dandy, I don't know, car deal thing that I use to smooth it out. It's nice because it's longer. And the wall, because it has some imperfections to where you can feel, you know, I can still kind of feel the brick coming through. This particular piece of wall, where this is going to be behind a shelf. And so the perfectionist in me is not quite these are like a hair off on this, but I don't want to redo the whole thing just because it's first of all, because I want to get it done, but secondly, that's my fault. I know now that this can't cure or whatever you call it for, it just gets way too sticky. So I have to do it like within 5 minutes of putting the paste on. So this is going to take me some working with because I'm getting some air bubbles and wrinkles in it. But I found for me, it's easier to work my way over from the seam. Sometimes it looks like there's air bubbles in it, and then it's really just because the wall is a little bit bumpy. But I mean, and then because of the brick is kind of like 3D, so that has its own imperfections in it. Basically, that's it. That is it. I'm done. So, okay, so I can see on the seams, this has been my biggest deal, is that the seams here on the side, I have to make sure that those are down. Otherwise, when I try to butt the other piece up against it, it becomes very apparent that there's a lift. So I just take a toothpick and I put a little bit of paste on it. And run it wherever I see that it's not sealed. That's basically it. So, that's it for now. I got 3 or 4 more panels to do. And the wallpaper is pretty thin. I think that's because it's not very wide. a million and one uses. Now I have glue all over my hands. I think it's the measurements, because it's kind of strange because it's from the UK. It's not, comparing it to other wallpaper I've used here in the room, it's not very wide, so I have to do more of it. But anyway, so I wanted to get on here and just show you guys, give you a little taste of what I've been working on, and let you know that you should check out the wallpaper selections. I know, like at Target, they have removable wallpaper now that you can buy. That wasn't an option for here because you can't stick that kind of paper on the kind of wall that I had down here. So we had to do all this preparation. I mean, probably, I don't know, I should add it up how many hours it's taken to get this wall ready to go. But I am really, really excited about the way it turned out. So thanks you guys for being here with me live, and I'm going out for coffee with Margie later. So I know some of you were here with me live when I did that a couple weeks ago. Hopefully you'll be able to join us later at the beach, and otherwise have a really great Sunday. Bye.